Yo, what is up guys? Welcome to another Wild Rift video, and in today's video I'll be teaching you guys how to play Galio in the mid lane. See, the thing about Galio is, this is such an amazing champion to be able to play, and the reason is that he's an absolute hard counter to mage assassins like Evelynn, Akali, Katarina, Fizz, you know? It's like basically really annoying to play against those types of champions, right? Like quite often it's very annoying. Galio absolutely destroys them. That's the beauty of Galio. So in today's video, I'm gonna exactly show you how to build Galio, because there's multiple ways to build him and everything like that. And I'm gonna show you guys how to play. If you want to skip to the gameplay, there's timestamps in the description. I did this video after a request in my Discord server. You know, I got tagged by Simply Dead. And he was like, you know, want to make a Galio video? Yeah, sure. I mean, I can if you want to, sure. So, you know, if you want to have those random moments too, make sure you join my Discord server. You know, everyone is chilling over there. We almost have 4,000 members, so, you know. Alright, let's now get into it. Enough wasting your time. So I'm talking about mid lane Galio now, okay? I'm not talking about support or anything like that. This is mid lane Galio. So the build itself is simple. The build itself. However, there's a lot of things that you can change, but not in the build. I'll tell you. So you always start with the Rod of Ages. This is his core item. Always second item, Rabadon's Death Cap. And then third item, generally, you go for a Void Staff, because it's just gonna deal more damage. However, if the enemy is very squishy, or if you're just more focused on the squishy enemies, boom, you go for the Infinity Orb and you're gonna deal so much damage. So, you know, against squishy enemies, Infinity Orb. If you wanna be a little annoying with your poking and everything like that, then get the Void Staff. Or if the enemy has tanks, then you also get the Void Staff. After the Void Staff, you get Infinity Orb, and of course, after the Infinity Orb, you get the Void Staff. And then as your very last item, it's situational. Lich Bane is gonna deal the most damage. Like, Lich Bane is by far gonna deal the most damage with your basic attack. Because you know how the basic attack works, right? Like, every 5, 4, or 3 seconds, depending on your level, you're gonna have that big attack that deals a lot of damage. So Lich Bane is gonna increase that damage even further. If the enemy has a lot of healing, you can actually go for the Green Book. And if they have a lot of healing, make sure you get the Oblivion Orb quite early on. Like, you can get it as your second item or something like that, just to have that anti-healing. Do not finish the Green Book early on. It's just not worth it. So yeah, for the boots, generally Ionian Boots of Lucidity. However, if the enemy has a lot of CC, or if they have like a lot of ability power, you can go for the Mercury Strats. You know, Mercury Strats give you a little bit of magic resist and the tenacity, so it's really good against CC champions, right? Otherwise, just get the Ionian Boots of Lucidity. If you're laning against a Zed and the enemy has quite a lot of attack damage champions, first of all, you don't want to pick Galio into that. Secondly, if you still pick Galio into that, then you go for the Plated Steel Caps. And if you've done that as well, then make sure you get Crystalline's Reflector somewhere in your build. I recommend it as either your second item or your third item. You know, you're going to be delaying that Rabadon's Death Cap, but you kind of need it against a Zed or something like that, right? Crystalline's Reflector. For your enchantment, it's situational. Stasis, nah. Not really, because you already have your second ability to reduce damage. So if a Fizz ults you, all you have to do is just use your second ability and you're going to be massively reducing that damage. I'll tell you more about this during the gameplay. So you don't need a stasis. Protobot is amazing because it allows you to get close to the enemy and, you know, Protobot close to the enemy and then use your second ability to taunt all of them. QSS, not necessary yet again, because you have your second ability. It's like, you know, you really don't need it. And Redemption is actually quite good if you want to have more teamfight utility. Shadows I don't recommend on Galio, and then Teleport if you need the teleport, right? For the runes, so here it becomes interesting because there's a ton of runes that you can go for on Galio. So let's first talk about the Keystone rune. First of all, Aftershock. Now, the thing that you have to understand about Aftershock is it's a really good initiator rune. It's a really good rune for you to start and engage. Because, you know, when you engage with your third ability and then your second ability, you're going to become super tanky. Like, Aftershock is basically going to make you unkillable for 2.5 seconds. Basically. I mean, of course, they can still damage you, but you're going to be insanely tanky. So, you know, you're going to be unkillable. This one, you know, I pretty much always go for this one because it's amazing in team fights. If you want to have even more burst damage, like if you want to have more burst damage in your combo, then you can go for the Electrocute. I do not recommend an Electrocute because you're not really doing your burst combo too often, to be honest. Like most often, you're just using your first ability to poke the enemy. Of course, occasionally you do the burst combination with your third ability and everything like that, but like in most of your games, you're gonna get more value out of the Aftershock as a Galio, even though you're a full damage Galio. That's the beauty of Aftershock. It's such a good rune on Galio that even on full damage Galio, it is worth it. But as I said, if you want even more burst damage, Electrocute is gonna allow you to one-shot even harder, in the late game especially. Second rune, it depends on what you want. So the first one that you can go for is Brutal. Do you want to be oppressive early game with your first ability? Boom, you go for the Brutal and you're gonna get 14 bonus ability power. Do you want to become an even stronger late game carry? Boom, you go for the Gathering Storm. I personally favor this one, but I'm not saying Brutal is bad or anything. This one is just like its skills in the late game, right? It becomes really strong in the late game, especially with the Rabadon's Death Cap. It's gonna become even stronger, so I personally go for Gathering Storm. However, Brutal is also good to be oppressive in the early game. I sometimes go for Brutal, by the way, if I want to be oppressive in the early game. Then you have Weakness. Weakness is like, you don't really want to go for Weakness on carry Galio. When you're full AP, you don't really want to be going Weakness, because yeah, you have a Rabadon's Death Cap, which is going to make Brutal and Gathering Storm worth 40% more. So that's already kind of an indicator that you don't want to go for Weakness. Third rune, it's situational, whatever you need. Conditioning, again, is more late game focused. This one is going to make you insanely tanky, and especially combined with the Aftershock, it's going to be even better, because your Aftershock is also going to become stronger after 5 minutes with the conditioning. Bone plating is good if you're against a Zed, Yasuo, because these champions are going to destroy you. If you're against a Zed or a Yasuo, you really need to go for the bone plating, because yeah, you need to be able to tank their stupid burst damage, right? Otherwise, you know, I just recommend you to go for conditioning. Again, Hunter Titan, you don't really need it because you already have your second ability to reduce damage and everything like that, and you can go for Mercury threats. So that's why, like, generally, conditioning is going to provide a bit more value for you as a Galio. Fourth rune, Sweet Tooth, because Sweet Tooth is broken. No, wait, I mean, yeah, there's no other rune that you really want to go for. For the spells, you go for Ignite and Flash. You don't need anything else. Ignite and Flash. You want to be aggressive. So that was it about the build part. Let's now get into the gameplay. Of course, it crashes. Can we hear something? There it is. Alright, on to the gameplay. So, Galio is one of those types of champions that you really need to have in your arsenal. And what I mean with that is, like, you really need to be able to play Galio. Especially if you're a mid laner. You need to be able to play Galio. You have to. Because let me tell you one thing right now. With Galio, some of the games, like some drafts, Galio is basically a free win in some drafts. Let me explain you why. So let's, if the enemy has an Evelynn jungle and Katarina mid lane, for example, right? If they have Evelynn jungle, Katarina mid lane, and you pick Galio into that, here, they have a Katarina mid lane, of course. You're gonna have an insane advantage. Insane, because you absolutely hard counter Katarina and Evelynn. Now, I don't remember if the enemies had an Evelynn in this game. If they did, then this is basically a free game. If you just play Galio correctly, which I'm gonna teach you in this video, then it's a free game. By the way, I'm doing a 15 skin giveaway. All you have to do to enter is put down a comment under this video and under some other videos in December to increase your chances. Make sure you join my Discord server if you haven't already, by the way. You know, I have a Discord server and it's very active. We do a lot of fun stuff in it, you know, regardless of your region. Every region has their things, right? So if you want to join, you can join. So take a look at this. I'm just being very aggressive here because I can. Like, I can destroy the Katarina. Although I'm being a bit too aggressive, I would say, because even though we have vision, wait, let me show you. Even though we have a ward here, it's still a bit risky because I can get ganked. Here I went for the minion actually. Again, you know, I'm kinda going for my limits right here. I'm going a bit too deep, to be honest, because I didn't know where their jungler was, so I went a little too deep. Oh, do you know what I tried there? Wait, let me tell you what I tried here. This would have been 300 IQ if it worked. Let me show you what I tried. So you guys know how Katarina works, right? She can dash. So look. I thought that, you know, I was like, if she dashes, it's a free kill. She didn't dash, so I just, you know, it doesn't matter for me. You know what I like to do? I just like to go for these types of weird plays. Oh, there is an Evelynn. As you can see, they have an Evelynn jungle. Like, I didn't remember this game anymore, but you can see Evelynn jungle. Boom, boom, ignite, and boom, dead. You see that? Like, she cannot do anything. Oh, I tried to juke him, by the way. Again, did you see what I tried to do there? I ran right to the Katarina. If the Katarina dashed to her dagger, I would have survived that. Literally, if she dashed to the dagger, I would have survived. But you can clearly see the draft that I picked Galio in against an Evelyn and the Katarina. It's literally the perfect draft. So keep this in your head. If the enemy has like mage assassins, that's when you want to look at Galio. You don't just randomly want to pick him. I mean, he's okay, but against these mage assassins, he's S plus tier. In this draft, he's definitely like S plus tier. Like broken, literally broken. So keep that in mind, you know, in some videos, like NASA's videos and stuff like that, I tell you that the draft is insanely important. This is one of those games where the draft is incredibly important because it's going to make Galio worth infinitely more. Again, you can see I tried to go for something there, you know, I'm just doing that because if it works, he will basically die, right? That's kind of the thought process. Camille ults, and I go in, of course. Another thing to understand is, boom! And boom, he started. There we go. Another thing to understand, by the way, is another draft-related thing, by the way. If you have a Camille or a Jarvan in your team, yet again, Galio becomes infinitely more powerful. I'm not gonna ask you guys to test your knowledge. Why? Because you should know why. The simple answer is because of their ultimates. Camille's ultimate puts a cage around the enemy so the enemy cannot escape. So whenever Camille uses her ultimate, I, as a Galio, can ult her, and it's gonna be a guaranteed hit. Pretty much a guaranteed kill. Same goes for Jarvan, although Jarvan's ultimate is not as strong as Camille's ultimate, but same goes for Jarvan. When he ults, I can ult as well. Look at this. Katarina has no chance. Look at this. You see what I mean? Like, the Katarina literally has zero chance to kill me right now. Especially with the aftershock as well. She can literally just not kill me. It's impossible. Look, there is an Evelyn. I mean, together they could probably kill me, yeah. Yeah, as you can see, I kind of screwed up. I went too far. Like, against an Evelyn, that's what I was saying earlier on in this game. Like, you always have to be careful because the Evelyn can be everywhere, right? And if you don't know where she is, you can't really step up like I did right there. I mean, of course you're gonna die like that. Of course the Evelyn is just gonna kill you with her second ability and everything like that. So that was really stupid of me to do that. And with Galio, by the way, in teamfight situations, the way, like, even if you're full AP, the way that you can still tank up a load of damage is to hold your second ability. Hold it. What I mean with that is just, you know, click on it and hold it. Don't you, look, hold. See that? Like, whenever you hold it, you're gonna take reduced damage. You're literally gonna take reduced damage, which is gonna be really good for you. Oh, he's probably dead, the Caitlyn. There it is. Nice. So yeah, if you wanna tank for your team, go in and hold your second ability for the max duration. As long as you can, because you're gonna be taking reduced damage. I do not know the exact percentages, but it's a lot. Like, it's over 20% reduced damage that you're gonna be taking. So, you know, oh, damn. Evelyn just ulted Arjana. It's fine though, because now we can actually do the dragon, because Evelyn is here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna move here, you know, go for the Evelyn. Look, I'm holding my second ability. In case she would have gone on me, I would have been able to tank it super easily, because I would have taken reduced damage. You know, that's the simple thing with Galio. Another thing that Galio has is a passive magic resist shield. A passive magic shield. You can see the red bar under him, this red bar. This shows the cooldown of your magic shield. So basically, if it's red, you have the magic shield. So whenever you take magic damage, you're gonna get a shield for like a few seconds. You know, you're gonna get a shield for a few seconds. So you can actually, that's why you can very easily take trades with a Katarina, because your magic shield is gonna block that damage, right? As you can see, it should show here, the magic shield. Oh, Camille ults, I ult. Look at this. Boom. Like, come on, look at that. That is what I mean with Camille and Galio combo. Do you guys see how easy it is to just completely decimate the enemy like that? Oh, we can't really get an Alistar. But do you see how crazy that is? Camille ults in and I ult and we win the fight straight up. You're getting such a massive advantage when you have Galio Camille that it's just unfair, honestly. Like, this draft is literally unfair to the enemies. We completely won their draft. What was I talking about as well? Oh yeah, about flash combos with Galio. You can actually combo the third ability with flash. This didn't used to work, but now it does work. They changed the way that flash works. So how you can do it now is you can use your third ability, and then right after your third ability is done, like just before it's done, sorry, you flash to the enemy and you're gonna knock up the enemy you flash on. It's basically like Graga's third ability. It works the same as Galio's third ability now with the flash. So keep that in mind as well, you can do that too. And of course, ganking, guys. Galio and ganking is like, is so nice. It works perfectly. His ultimate is such an amazing tool for ganking. By the way, this is actually going to become a pretty close game. You'll see in the late game. It's gonna be really nice. Galio is amazing with ganking. So the way that you do it, you move to a lane that you want to gank and you ult. Very simply said. And it's very simple as well. You move to a lane that you want to gank and you ult. That's literally it. Look, as you can see, against the Garen, I am gonna struggle a little bit. Because Garen is not an ability power champion, and you can clearly see that I'm just, it's not really gonna work. And my second ability doesn't work against Garen either. Because Garen's ultimate deals through damage. It goes right through the shield or anything like that. It just goes right through it. The damage reduction, sorry. It doesn't go right through shields. Yeah, and here I'm actually kind of sacrificing my team just to get the turret. Which is worth it, to be honest. Because we're getting a mid lane turret, which is worth sacrificing my team for, because look at the gold that I have. I can literally just go back home and get a Rabadon's death cap right now. So I'm potentially looking for something, but I just need to go home, to be honest. I shouldn't really go in. Yeah, you can see I was hesitating because I didn't really want to waste my abilities. Oh, I screwed up. Look, second ability. Look, 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 look. Do you see how that second ability allowed me to tank for super long? Look at this. You see that? And I was able to get a kill in pretty much a 1 versus 4 situation. But what I want you guys to understand here is, did you see how I was able to tank so much damage with my second ability? They dived on me, and even if you get CC'd, you can hold that second ability. You can hold that damage reduction. It's amazing. And you're gonna be taking a lot of reduced damage in a team fight. This is a must, like a must on Galio. You have to understand this, and you have to utilize this as well. Especially as a full AP Galio, because you're actually pretty squishy. Besides your shield, you are pretty squishy. So your second ability is like your tankiness. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. I got him. Boom, boom, and boom. Nice. I got him as well. First ability, look at that damage. Just look at it. Boom, knocked up, and he should be dead as well. We taunt him, boom, and first ability, and he's dead. There it is. Look at that. Like, look at that Galio, guys. But against the Garen, I'm just chilling. I cannot do too much against the Garen. I was actually not chilling, which is perhaps a mistake. His ultimate's just gonna kill me. Yeah, like, I'm so stupid. Why would I fight a Garen? Somehow I survived. Oh my god, relax, relax. Somehow I survived. But you can clearly see that, as a Galio, you want to be very wary against champions like a Garen or Camille or whatever. Champions that deal true damage are going to shred right through you. That's basically what I'm trying to say. Your second ability is not going to work against them. How can you be so lucky, Hells? I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I screwed up, but, the world was with me that day, I guess. But what was I going to say? Don't be toxic. Don't be toxic. Thank you. Alright. By the way, guys, if you're enjoying this video, make sure you give it a like. It helps the channel, and just, if you want to, it costs you a few seconds, just do it. Alright. So, now let's talk about a bit more of a mid-late game Galio. So how do you play Galio in the mid-late game? First of all, poking. Your first ability is an amazing poking tool. As you can see right here, I'm utilizing my first ability to poke the enemy. It deals so much damage. The poke is amazing. Secondly, the way that you can play him is to engage with your ultimate. Now, especially with a Camille, you kinda wanna wait for one of your teammates to do a hard engage. Like, you want one of your teammates to engage in the middle of the enemy, and that teammate you're gonna use your ultimate on. So that way, you can immediately get to the backline of the enemy, and your ultimate is gonna deal insane damage and knock up all the enemies. So that's another way that you can play Galio. Another way is to engage in a fight. If you have an Aftershock rune, if you have Aftershock, you can be the initiator in a fight. Keep in mind, you're only gonna be tanky for what was I gonna say? 2.5 seconds. So you basically only have 2.5 seconds. I was telling my Camille to use her ultimate here. Unfortunately, she didn't, so I didn't do anything. Oh, she didn't have her ultimate, that's why. Yeah. Look at that damage, guys. That poke is insane. Especially when you get that Rabadon's death cap. It's insane. Like, the damage the Galio deals is insane. And again, when you're against mage assassins, you're basically insanely tanky and you're gonna have max damage. That's the thing. You're gonna be super tanky and you have max damage. Look at that. Oh. Just look at that damage, man. Bro, they cannot do anything. They literally cannot do anything. Oh, also, in the mid-late game, you push turrets super fast. Your passive pushes turrets incredibly fast. So that's another thing that Galio can do. Pushing turrets super duper duper fast. By the way, I played this game like, what, 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago, something like that. Are we just straight up gonna end? No way we end, yeah, no way. Actually, we screwed up here. I just gave Caitlyn a shutdown, which is really stupid. Even though we're super ahead in this game, you always want to be wary of giving shutdowns to the enemy ADC especially. It's never a good idea. Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. This is not good. This is not good for us. They're getting kills. Xandel's dead as well. Ui ui ui. He's super ahead. Look at him. Level 13 on the Renekton. Evelyn is here. Wow. Look at that shield though from Janna. What the hell? Maybe I should make a Janna video soon as well. Because did you see that shield? How insane that was? Oh, he has a rabbit on his death cap. Maybe that's why. Yeah, okay. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That shield is insane. I got it. I got your blue buff. I stole it. Ha ha ha. Oh, that sucks for him. Boom, look at that. He's already pretty much half-life with one poke of my first ability. We're gonna get another poke. Boom! 500 damage on the Garen. I ult him to save his ass, as you can see. Another thing to understand, by the way, about Galio's ultimate is all of the allies that are in the area of your ultimate when you cast it. It's a mouthful, but I hope you guys understand. All of the allies that are in the area when you cast your ultimate are gonna get the shield, the passive shield that you get from the second ability. Magic resist shield. So if you use it on all of your teammates as well, you're on top of the damage and the knock-up and everything like that, you're also gonna be giving an insane shield to your teammates. So that's basically why I used it on the Janna there, because I gave her the shield, you know, I gave her the shield so Evelyn couldn't kill her anymore, because you saw how big that shield was, right? Yeah, we just win this game. Look, GG. I mean, Galio, like, that's why I said this was a free game. This was basically a free game because the draft was won super hard. I picked Galio into Evelyn and Katarina. Literally a free win. So, you know that it might happen in like 2 or 3% of your games. But if the enemy picks 2 mage assassins, you just pick Galio and you win the game. You literally win the game. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this Galio video. Look at that, we all did so well. Look at that. Oops, that's the wrong scene. Now, look, this is the scene. I just want to show you guys this scene. When I used to stream back in 2018 or something, I used to have that one, and I still have it. But okay, thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you all in the next Wild Rift video. Bye bye.